Hello and welcome back to my documentation of this anomalous game cartridge. Well, I guess saying welcome back implies that it's been a long time, but really I only took a shower and brushed my teeth before getting back into this. In all seriousness though, I'm a little anxious to go into this world. I looked a bit more into the game after Nihilitum, and I think I made a mistake not doing so before I started. I had known that it created entirely unique playthroughs for whoever's playing through it, and I thought it ended there, but, well, turns out it may be a bit more alive than I had first thought. Carl's playthrough is, well, those journals. I don't know. Simply put, I think I might have fucked up. Hopefully, I'm just paranoid, and all this really amounts to is some kind of hyper advanced interactivity, and that I didn't just. Let's just get ready for the world. Just for the hell of it, I'll choose no. I feel daring today. So, this world is titled Krallen. But I'm not fooled by the name because this is literally Galatius. I can see it's got a few new level types, but I recognize the tundra, the ice castle, and the mountains from Galatius. Unless we're going to a conveniently similar ice planet, I'm pretty confident this is the same world with just a name change, which is probably bad, but again, I'm just going to table my fears as this is probably just fine, and I'm overreacting. I'll go with Snowflake first, since she's got the higher level. Kind of annoying how Engilus hasn't gone past level 2 at all, though. Does he require like a million execution points before he can get to level 3? Because if so, I don't really intend on committing Omnicide to make that happen. But the mountain level's right. Let's go. Hey, X is following me around. How nice. I assume this is the gimmick of that mechanic from earlier, so that's pretty cool. I'll probably elaborate on him more for when we're in a fight or something, but as of now, he's just kind of tagging along. Like that one mechanic from Donkey Kong Country. And if you know me, my entire being revolves around that great ape, so I'm already a fan of this. As for the stage itself, it's strangely empty. No enemies, obstacles, nothing. I remember the original stage having a boatload of enemies and passers-by, but this is damn near completely empty. The stage theme is different too, and it's happy. It doesn't sound like fake happiness, I guess, but I'm not sure if that makes me more or less paranoid. This was the only thing I ended up running into, this big crystal thing. Seems to have a body buried inside, almost like he's in some kind of ice coffin? No, that's nothing. I'm moving on. Huh? I can't move either one of my characters. Is this a cutscene? So this character right here came from the top of the screen very slowly, and now they're just hovering there. I'm not sure if I can trust them yet, so I'll just let these fellows converse instead. Alright, I guess I have the queen on my side now. Cool. Kinda getting mixed signals, though, considering what I did. She really does seem to be well adjusted, so I guess the king's death didn't affect her that much. Or maybe it did, and she's just good at hiding it. Or maybe she really is pulling the wool over my eyes and... Speculating hurts my brain. Either way, there doesn't seem to be any kind of immediate danger from her presence, so maybe I'll be fine. Can't stay in place twiddling my thumbs forever, so I'll continue, I guess. Next up is Tundra, so maybe that'll be fun. Once again, this is very similar to another one of Galatius' stages, this time of the lake stage. Everything seems to be the same except for the mountains in the background and the music. Also, maybe the giant robot standing right beside me. Though, now that I think of it, he could possibly be just flesh and bones that just so happens to look like a robot. Why do I think these things? Man, this place is way emptier than when I initially visited. While there was that giant crystal thing in the first part of the mountain stage, there really is nothing here. This surely wasn't my fault too, right? I moved more into the level, and not only did I come across this wall, but there was also this thing peeping out of it. I don't know who or what they are, but I can tell they aren't happy to see me, since they retreated back into their hole shortly after. I think I'll try my best to leave them alone. Guess this is where this thing resides. Now, I'm not one who typically judge one's living spaces. My house is as bland as you could possibly imagine. I mean, just by looking at my carpeted bathroom, you'd probably immediately sigh, but like, would you really want to live in a place with a bunch of holes surrounding you all the time? Like, you wake up and you immediately realize, oh, there's a giant hole in my face. Splendid. Like, you know? Oh, what a cheap shot. How exactly could I have prevented that? Oh, now they're just being an asshole. I take back my politeness then. Your holes suck! Oh, fuck! Huh. I definitely expected him to do that. At least he'll hopefully not be a problem from here. Got out of the water, and honestly, this is kind of a nice view from here. Oh, sure, but I guess the only thing that could have made it better was a bunch of rocks in my face. Here's our first boss fight. Didn't know one could just start in the middle of a stage, but here we go anyway. So X fights alongside you, shooting and attacking the enemy. I was gonna run down everything he could do, but on second thought, that's self-explanatory. Besides, I've got way more to say about anti-Baragon. Namely, I hate them so much. They've got some annoying projectiles and they're jumping a lot. One thing I haven't mentioned is that Snowflake, despite being tougher than Anguillus, is way less agile. She moves slower, he can't crouch, and they can jump the same height as Anguillus, but you guessed it, way slower. These haven't been too problematic so far, but in a fight like this against a foe who's constantly jumping and moving like a headless chicken, man, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I had the wrong idea by choosing the stronger character. Honestly, X is probably the only reason I have a chance at this fight. Snowflake can't freeze anti-Baragon, and while they do need some damage, they're kind of at their most useful when their enemy is frozen, allowing for you to wail on them. Honestly, I'm not sure if this is bad game design, or I just flat out suck at this. Maybe I could ask the game to go a little easier on me, but I don't think it would care. Anti-Baragon also has this attack just like the one used in the stage. There's not much you can do about it since the quote-unquote debris covers almost the entire screen. You could probably dodge it if you could crouch, though, so... Ugh, get me out of this wretched fight, huh? The entire screen went dark except for X. What's he doing? Thank Christ that's over. I'm exhausted. It's a real good thing X could do that. I never want to touch anything related to Baragon with a 1973.5-foot pole ever again. Wait, I don't remember selecting this stage. Is this because of the mechanic I didn't bother to read? If so... oops. Well, that's a little unfortunate. I'm at health as of now, so I really hope I don't run into another anti-Baragon. That aside, I assume this is the quote-unquote factory stage from the board, as this building does look pretty industrial. I got a D- in my exterior design class, so I think I'll just walk in to see for myself what's going on. Yeah, this does look like a factory. Not sure how I feel about it being so dark, though. Why leave out the dead personnel? What kind of excuse could they have to just sit on their asses? Oh, it's the queen again. I'm glad that I'm safe, but I'm honestly not sure if I feel comfortable knowing that she's aware of exactly where I am right now. Lights are on now, and this conveyor belt started moving. I guess this is some sort of kaiju factory, though I question the ethics of mass producing living beings like this. These things typically take the roles of mere bosses, so maybe it's not that bad, but I don't know. Something feels a little wrong to just do this. The conveyor belt moved down to what seems like an assembly line. I recognize that little fella from the castle stage, but I don't think I recognize the other guys. Either way, I should probably keep my mouth shut as I don't want them figuring out I killed the king. Man, I'm really starting to feel gross about this. That three-eyed ice creature picked up one of the monsters on display and started taking it off screen. I wonder what that's about. Also, these little guys on the ground started marching towards the front, so I guess they're guards of some kind. Not sure how useful they'd be, seeing how small they are, but I guess that's why there's so many of them. Not gonna test their strength, though. I came across this door with another fellow and this giant robot hanging from the ceiling. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark, out of desperation, and say that it isn't a mini-boss. Please? Oh, come on. At this point, you're being intentionally menacing. You could have just said, don't go in there, but if you know what's good for you, I mean, come on. Not sure if I'm in the mood for a fight right now, so I'll just leave. After the stage ended, another cutscene started to play. Take a look. Oh, did I just lose Snowflake and X? Could this also have been part of the splitting up mechanic? God damn it. Why did I have to pretend to be cool? Ugh, and now they're God knows where inside that castle. I thought I wasn't falling for her facade at all, but apparently I must have been letting her play me like a fiddle if she managed to do this. Well, I guess I can't let it get me down too much. I may have dug myself this grave, but I'm gonna try to at least dig myself out. Something very wrong is happening here, and I don't intend to just let it happen. Here goes nothing.